Finding your breath and following it for a couple minutes. Placing your mind firmly on your in-breath and out-breath. Firmly and gently. So we gather our attention, bring it to this moment. into the heart area. Appreciating that we're doing this practice because we indeed care. We actually care about our lives. You're sitting here because you care enough to come and to try to open. And without it being a feeling, we awaken the phrase and the intention. Considering your life and considering yourself. Directed to yourself, you apply the phrase, may I be happy. You wish yourself happiness, true happiness. It's an intention that you repeat to make it natural. May I be free of physical and mental pain. You take another breath and then you repeat the phrase, may I live in peace and at ease. You let the phrases settle in your mind and on your heart. Nothing's going to happen, it's just something that is being reinforced. You are reinforcing an attitude that will start to become natural the more you do it. So you breathe in, you breathe out, and you awaken the phrase, may I be happy. You breathe in, and you breathe out, and you awaken the phrase, may I be free from suffering. Breathe, and you awaken the phrase, may I be peaceful and at ease. For a few minutes, let that phrase be repeated. Those phrases, let them settle gently, like rain, like shadows. Let them just rest on your mind and heart. As you breathe, let it be part of your breath. The phrases come and go like the breath comes and goes, but it leaves a mark. It leaves an imprint. You're creating good karma in your mind. May I be happy. May I be free of physical and mental suffering. May I live in peace and at ease. Nothing is forced, nothing is felt. Phrases arise and pass. And they're good phrases. They're good words. Invite them. And when we come back to the breath, and let those words settle and become quiet. Being a gentle friend to yourself. Breathing in and out, noticing your breath, noticing your body, noticing your mind. Now we expand the circle of care and kindness, of concern and wish for well-being. We expand it because love doesn't stay in place. It always expands. You can't hold back. The nature of love is that it's shared and it's endless. So you always have enough. Breathing in and breathing out. And now imagine in my mind somebody I care deeply about. Someone whose image awakens love in me and natural wish for their happiness. No effort needed there. You see them and you want them to be happy, which is as natural as taking a breath. A friend, a child, a parent, a spouse, a teacher, an inspiration, someone living today. You breathe in and you breathe out. And holding their name or image in your mind, the idea of them, where they are now, you simply direct to them the wish, may you be happy. I really wish that for you. Can't help but wish it. Breathe in and you breathe out. May you be free of all forms of mental and physical suffering. I truly wish that for this person. It's as natural as breathing, of course. You breathe in and you breathe out, and with this person in mind, you send them the wish, may you be peaceful and at ease. And those words fade, and you repeat the cycle slowly with each breath. Keeping this person in mind, where they are now. Feel them in your chest, in your heart. You see them and you just want to wish them the best. So do that. Breathe in and I breathe out, and I think of you and I think, may you be happy. Lasting happiness, true happiness. I breathe and I wish you be free of all forms of suffering. I breathe and I wish may you be peaceful and live in ease. Breathing in and breathing out. I come back to the breath and I let the words fade. And the image fades. And I come back to sitting with my breath and body and mind. Accepting myself in kindness and generosity. Giving to myself by sitting here. Caring enough to increase my care. And now we bring into our mind and our heart someone in this room, someone on this retreat, someone who you don't know, whom you don't know. Someone who doesn't know you. Maybe you've spoken a few words, maybe not. But for all purposes, they are a stranger, except that you've shared the past few days. You're able to see them though, because you've shared this time, and you can imagine them. And you can imagine where they're sitting, even with your eyes closed. And you recognize just how they're like you, with joys and loves, with fears and pain, with hopes and dreams and disappointments, and many more that will continue on their life. And on that journey, you simply wish them well, because you know that just like you hope for it, so do they. And as a person equal to you, they deserve it too. The good of life. And not because they're like you, but just because they are. And so to the stranger, the person who you can see now, and is already a little less of a stranger, you arouse the words, may you be happy. True happiness, lasting happiness. May you find it deep in your mind. You breathe in, you breathe out, and with this person in mind, you wish him or her, may you be free of all forms of physical and mental suffering, small or large, difficult or not difficult. As you breathe in and you breathe out and you imagine them in your mind, you wish may you be peaceful in a deep way, and may you be at ease with your life. You breathe. Holding this person in mind, you repeat those phrases a few times. Not expecting any type of emotional feeling to come up, but rather just expanding your care, expanding your concern to include someone else. Someone who's not related to you in just about any way. That they're living life equally and really want the same as you do. So we breathe in and we breathe out and we repeat those phrases with this person. I don't know you, but thank you for being here. May you be happy. May you be free of all suffering. May you be peaceful and at ease. Bring our attention back to the breath, body, mind, present moment. Sitting here, we return to the mindfulness of this moment, stepping back for a few moments from the concentration of our metta. Breathing in, breathing out, I know where I am, I know what I'm doing. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my present experience, using my breath as my anchor, my focus. I let the thoughts pass. And now we continue expanding our circle of care and concern to include someone who is difficult, who is suffering from their own problems, someone who has even perhaps caused us some pain, or someone who is causing or has caused others pain. Someone whose image arouses in you some negativity, negative thoughts and feelings, whether you know them personally or don't know them personally. But as opposed to the loved one, the difficult one, naturally arouses difficult thoughts and feelings. We don't dwell with them, but we simply open the circle a little wider. So as a person, as a human being, we want to create the possibility in our own hearts that we can include them. So even with this difficult person, you may not want to choose the most difficult person in your life. You may choose someone who just is, you don't like. Hold their image for a few moments and know as a human being who is like you, they have hopes and dreams. They may go about them in ways you disagree with. But they were once a baby, they were once a child, they once had a birthday. Well, they still do. They had hopes, they had disappointments. And they suffer like you suffer. And so from the human point of view, the person, this life, the consciousness, we direct our phrases, our care towards them as well. Not that we're going to get even personally involved, but we're going to send them the care that we're generating, because we don't want our love to be limited. We don't want it to be conditional or partial. We want it to be open and universal. And so we have to extend it to everyone, including the difficult person. So without expecting any feelings or emotions, we just keep them in mind for a short bit and repeat the phrases, may you be happy. True happiness. May you be free of all suffering. I breathe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Repeat those phrases a couple of times, directed towards a difficult person, as the water of our love expands outwards. The light of this candle goes in all directions. Directions you don't expect, directions you don't know, and sometimes directions you don't even see. But don't limit your care, don't limit your metta. Breathe in and breathe out, and towards all directions. The difficult person is in that circle. You say, may you be happy. You may feel anger or pain while you hold them in mind, but you can still arouse these phrases so that the metta can be included. It can soften your heart. It's your heart you're working on, not his or hers. May you be free of all suffering. May you be peaceful and at ease. Repeat that once more on your own. Now we let that image fade. We don't dwell on it or hold it. We let go of any aversion we have towards him or her. We come back to the sound of the wind, the sound of our breath, the touch of the pillow, the ache in your body, the heat. Breathing in and breathing out. Glad to be able to practice metta, an opportunity that is rare indeed. Coming full circle, we come back to ourselves, sitting here, simple and true. It always ends up back with your own mind and heart, and how you can open it even more. So, we end the journey where we began, which is with ourselves. Breathing in and breathing out. You direct towards your own mind and heart, your own citta. Realizing bodhicitta, the awakened heart, the awakened mind. The true awakening is that wish. May you be happy. Wishing to oneself, may I be happy. With awakened heart, with bodhicitta, we wish, may I be free of all mental and physical suffering. I truly wish that. You deserve to be happy and free of suffering because you are alive. Not because you earned it, but just because you are. Breathing in and breathing out, may I be peaceful and live at ease. Breathe in and breathe out and repeat those phrases once, twice. Let the metta drop, let it fade. Let the words evaporate like mist in the sun. And just come back to your breathing and your posture. Come back to the basic mindfulness of this moment. Aware of your thoughts, not getting involved. Coming back to your breath, feeling the discomfort or comfort in your own body. Hearing the sounds. Breathing.